number 2961 to me indicates that we have that many kids who are on the edge of not making it through. And that kind of keeps me up at night.
It's troubling. It's troubling because we know that we have a limited time to serve kids. We've got a limited time to make sure that students are successful.
When we have kids who are struggling at this point in their lives in high school, I think we have to take responsibility.
The first step is to recognize that they're out there. I think sometimes when we hear those numbers, we don't know who those students are.
These children, not all of them, tend to not care. They give up hope.
Life interferes for some. Others, they didn't think it was that important their freshman year.
Some of these students have so much more going on in their lives than we can ever imagine.
My freshman year, I just kind of blew it off because, who needs to worry about freshman year?
I had stuff at home I had to deal with domestic abuse and stuff like that. I started missing school because I had anxiety problems and, you know, the whole anorexia thing.
After my mom left, my father was in prison, you know, it was just really difficult.
It was overwhelming at times, yes, because like I dealt with all these problems. I felt like nobody cared, like the teachers and stuff. I felt like they were just there. I was a check to them.
When I started failing, I was like, oh man, what's the use? I try and it's not gonna work anymore because I'm so behind. Might as well not care.
It's very embarrassing, humiliating. I felt stupid.
That's where we have to, you know, put on the other hat, not just educator, but mentor, supporter, to be there to help them, to let them understand, you know, we know what you're going through.
Sometimes it takes more than just one teacher, one principal. It takes a number of people to help kids who are really struggling.
Once somebody takes the time to really understand a kid, what their passion is, what their fears are, then you can really start to reach those kids.
These children need encouragement, motivation, someone special in their life to tell them that they can do it.
It's something that I need, definitely, because I need to, you know, sometimes be steered in the right direction, you know?
I'm always looking for that extra motivation and that extra drive that I never really got from my mom.
Not every teenager is the same, not every student is the same. They're going through things and they need your personal guidance, they need your help. They just don't know how to ask for it.
We as educators, we have to advocate for those kids. I mean, we are their advocates, and if it's not us, who is it gonna be?
We need to do our best at making sure that those students all have the necessary interventions to help keep them on track. Everyone inside the campus needs to be vigilant to what courses those children need to be taking.
They need the consistency. A lot of them made mistakes because they weren't used to being, you know, anybody being consistent with them. So we have to be consistent.
But we also have to teach them to advocate for themselves, to speak up, to ask. We have to teach them how to persevere. I mean, they give up. It's hard, they give up.
Demand that they give you the very best, because that's love. Love is saying, you know what, I expect the best from you, and I'm gonna demand that you give me the very best.
Good afternoon. It takes that teacher going above and beyond their job description. It takes the principal, it takes the administrator, it takes everybody going above and beyond and saying, hey, what do we need to give these kids in order for these kids to be successful?
Everybody has to work together. This isn't a high school problem, and we have to stop looking at it as just a high school problem.
It's everyone's responsibility because at one point, definitely they were in our elementary, middle schools before they came to high school.
We need to get on top of the situation, and that is identifying children who are behind, not reading on grade level, children who are overaged, not just in middle school, but in elementary.
It doesn't matter what job you had, this should be a concern, and it should be something that we as adults take on to say, we know you're our future, and we know we want you to be as successful as you can.
I think we have 2,961 opportunities to afford scholars the life that they deserve, because, you know, we owe it to these scholars and their families to give them an opportunity to have a great life.